Can we talk about the culture difference with Republic in Hampton?
Yes.
While traveling there? Sorry, I forgot to put it on the slide, so just talk about
in
it.
your handouts, there is one point about cultural difference. In the first question, in which you are giving your friend suggestions, you see the point number 5, cultural difference. So, what do you think about the cultural difference between Taiwan and India? Okay, smile. Somebody from your group?
But different.
Nobody has an idea? Like Taiwan and the US is very different. Language? Yes, okay. But, okay, cultural difference. Yes. Yes.
You must pay the tips when you...
Tipping. Yes. It's a very big difference. Do you know about tipping? Or, like in Taiwan, there is nothing like this. I mean, even in India, and it is similar to the US. If you go to a restaurant or anything, like you usually tip the driver or the waiter, or pay some extra money. Do you know about this? Before, about tipping?
Food.
Food? What is it? Oh.
The food. The food.
Food, yes. Food, like what food? In what sense?
Yes.
Like American.
Yes, they eat a lot of fast food.
Yeah.
Hamburgers and bacon. Okay. Anything else? There is a huge difference. You can find so many other. You want to say something? My group? Say something? Sophie. Yes, definitely more open, yes. West is, yes, culture is very open-minded. Any other? Religion. What do you want to say about religion? Yeah. Oh, and what about Taiwan? Yes. I heard about Taoism. In Chinese. Taoism. Anything else? Okay. Yes. Music. Yes. Music. What difference you feel between?
In New York, I wouldn't expect to hear any Chinese, Asian culture style of music. Not even K-pop or anything like that. It's just Western rock and roll, blues, jazz.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's give Bhujan another round of applause, please.
Right, okay. So, yeah, you've done a great job here. But speaking of cultural difference, yeah, because that is the part which makes me feel quite interested in. So, Smile. Hi, so when you first arrived in Taiwan, do you have any culture shock or anything while first visiting here?
The first thing that I write here, I think is, but don't blame me. I think Taiwanese people are very shy. Very shy. I believe. So, for example, when I ask them in the public, do you know how can I get to Pingtung City? They just smile or sometimes they just go away.
Yeah.
And another different thing. For example, in the shop, the seller never smile to us. It's very rare to find a seller that smile to us, because when I was in Thailand, the seller always smile and ask, "Would you like something? How can I help you?" Something like this. But in Taiwan, the old lady is always there. 好了吗？好了吗？ So I think two different things. The first is they are very shy. The second, the seller is not smile to the customer.
Alright.
But not most of them. Some of them.
Okay, thank you. Yami, hi. So, do you have any kind of culture shock while visiting Taiwan for the first time so far?
Yeah, it's like when the hospitals open,
Uh-huh.
the airport, and then we passed on a shop to buy food. It's like I saw the food and I'm like, it doesn't look nothing to my country, so I'm there like, I don't know if to try it possible with the face. And then it's like the drinks, like water. Like I want to get some kind of water to drink, and there's so many kinds of water, and I'm like, oh, this taste, this taste. So it's like it was hard for me, like trying to choose food, and also the restaurants.
The restaurant?
Yeah, so what?
Okay, so why?
It's like here it's low, and then for us like yeah, it's the like simple.
Okay, right, so you don't have that kind of toilet in your country? Never. Alright, so the only toilet you use in your country is probably you can sit on it. Alright. Oh. What about you?
That's exactly what you just said. The biggest thing for me was the toilets.
Yeah, toilet. Yeah.
I've got a bit of a back problem. Crouching like that, especially if you're in the middle of the country by Bali or something. There's nowhere else to go, and it's just a dirty roadside toilet with the floor covered in pee. And you've got to stand there, squat, not get your trousers in the pee, and try and go to the toilet. It's just shocking.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I do apologize for that, but, previously I didn't know that in other countries they didn't have like this kind of toilet.
We don't use this kind of toilet.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, do you have any culture shock here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, talk about it.
So the biggest thing is, for me, was the food. Because like, especially when I entered the second restaurant, you see that beautiful piece of chicken, well rounded, very big, and then the next thing when you put it in your mouth, it's so sweet. So it's like, I never expected. Look, because back in my country, it's like, so the only sweet food we eat is just breakfast. Other than that, dinner and lunch, those are all salty, right?
How about dessert?
You can get salty desserts back home, really.
Salty dessert?
Yeah.
We've got some salty desserts as well, but
But the thing is, 90% of your food is sweet. Even the bread, 90%.
the bread, yeah, Taiwanese bread is perfect, isn't it?
It is perfect, but I'm like talking about like the meals especially, because like they were sweet, and like it didn't really bother me. It's just that I wasn't expecting that.
All right.
I wasn't interested. Other than that, man, the food is lovely. I love it. I love it. And as like Smell said, some Taiwanese are shy, some of them, but some are actually open-minded, and they will even come to you and like ask you where you're from, what you're here for. So it's actually nice.
Yeah.
And then they're all y'all different, bro. Y'all different. Like some people will be having this personalities, and then other people will be like this. It's cool.
All right. But always very nice to know about other cultures.
Yeah.
And I personally have culture shocks while visiting the UK for the first time. Because here in Taiwan, we usually eat our lunch or dinner hot. Right. We don't usually eat like, for example, sandwiches or like sushis for dinner or lunch. But while visiting the UK for the first time, and I want to eat something hot, and I have a lot of difficulties flat dancing hard on the street. Yeah, all I can get is like sandwich or like McDonald's, and I can hardly get something hot or dinner or lunch. Yeah, so Paul, so in your culture, you usually eat something cold and something quick for lunch, don't you? Yeah, probably sandwich or like an easy salad or some bananas or chips. Alright, and I was absolutely shocked by seeing my classmate eating chips during their lunchtime. I mean potato chips.
Yeah, well, the fish and chip shops are usually one of the few places that regular the shop. Those are the all-day breakfast places.
Yeah. And in the UK, the most famous food is fish and chips. Yeah. So
And the English breakfast.
English. Oh, I do love English breakfast, but for like fish and chips, like start to get tired of it after like eating for a 3 month. So okay, but you do proud of your fish and chips, right?
The country is on that.
Okay.
But the all-day breakfast, the English breakfast, is not really. There's a few places in Taiwan that sell English breakfast, but it's nothing like. Because there's nothing green, no salad in English breakfast.
Yeah, but yeah, I do miss English first while I was in the UK. So probably, yeah, later in the following week we can talk more about that. But yeah, but here now, I need you to watch a short video, and while watching the short video, I might need your help to answer these 3 different questions here. Number 1. So how many days could John stay in America if he had registered on ESTA? And I believe that Busha has already told you the answers, but again, I need you to concentrate on the film to find out exactly how many days he can stay in the USA. And number 2, why does Mike recommend a double-decker bus tour instead of a horse carriage, for example? Yeah. And number 3, what should travelers do if they wanted to take a taxi in New York? Yeah. To download some apps or prepare a lot of money? Or what kind of things should they probably do or know in advance? Okay. So let's check out the films. Shall we? Okay.
Act 1. Travel suggestion.
Oh, sorry.
John and Mike are taking a break from playing basketball in the park.
So, are you going to spend Chinese New Year in Taiwan this year?
Actually, I'm thinking about going to New York City for vacation.
Really? That sounds great. Have you gotten your visa yet? I've heard that it can be quite a bit of trouble and it's pretty expensive too.
Not anymore. Ever since the visa waiver program started in November, all Taiwanese with e-passport can register online by giving some basic information. I could then travel to the United States for up to 90 days.
Okay, so how many days can John stay in the USA? How many? 90. Great.
That sure makes it easier.
It sure does. Do you have any suggestions about what I should do when I'm in New York?
Well, you probably should take one of the double-decker bus tours around the city in the first day or 2.
Okay, then here's the reason.
That will help you get your bearings, and the guides are very knowledgeable about the city.
Okay, so by taking the double-decker, you can, of course, you can definitely help you to get your what? Bearing. Yeah, it's quite easy to know where you are and to get you more familiarized with the surrounding. So let's hear it again.
Tours around the city in the first...
Oh, sorry. Let's get...
That sure makes it easier.
It sure does. Do you have any suggestions about what I should do when I'm in New York?
Well, you probably should take one of the double-decker bus tours around the city in the first day or 2. That will help you get your bearings, and the guides are very knowledgeable about the city.
See? Yeah, it can help you to get your bearing by taking the double-deckers. Okay, next.
Is it easy to get around the city?
If you're there for a week, you'll want to get a subway pass. They offer day passes for 1, 2, 3, or 7 days. You can buy them at the subway stations, and it's cheaper than paying for separate trips.
What about taking taxis?
They'll be expensive, and you'll have to tip the driver.
Okay, so what should we do while taking the taxi? Tip the driver. Yeah, okay.
Also, remember that you have to tip 15 to 20% when you're in restaurants.
I'll make a mental note of that, definitely.
You really should read up on what you want to do before you get to New York. You'll definitely want to visit the Empire State Building, check out Central Park, go to the Metropolitan Museum, and maybe see a show on Broadway.
What about hotels? Are they expensive?
Very expensive compared to Taiwan. There are some hostels you can stay at and a few cheaper hotels. You'll have to book ahead of time though, as they fill up quickly.
Okay, so probably we can check answers all together. So of course, number 1, 90 days. And of course, it is the fastest way to get your bearings. And the last one is that definitely you should remember to tip the drivers. Of course, the taxi drivers. Okay. Right, so next we're gonna listen to it again. But this time, I will need your help by filling up the gaps here. Right, so let's do it again.
John and Mike are taking a break from playing basketball in the park.
So, are you going to spend Chinese New Year in Taiwan this year?
Actually, I'm thinking about going to New York City for vacation.
Really? That sounds great. Have you gotten your visa yet? I've heard that it can be quite a bit of trouble and it's pretty expensive too.
Not anymore.